What's going on, everyone? My name is Sherwin and we are at Tesla Upland. The homie Ace hooked it up. I found some time, and behind me are a bunch of Model Y Junipers. This one in particular is what we're going to be doing a demo drive. Finally, I found some time to check it out, so that's what we're gonna do. This is a Quicksilver with black interior, 19-inch wheels. I kind of like the wheels. Without the covers. What do y'all think? But these are the 19s. Man, they even cleaned it. Look at that. They cleaned this bad boy. All right, good job, Upland Sales. But yeah, check it out. Quicksilver, looking sharp. I think this is one of the better colors. I think this and ultra red are my favorite colors of the Juniper. The white is okay. There's a white one right here. You know, there was some batches I saw, like the rear bumper, it was like yellowish, but they may have improved it. Let's go check it out real quick here. But there was some point where the bumper was just not the same color. This one seemed to be okay. So these are the white ones. Is this the stealth gray or diamond black? I can't even tell. But here is an ultra red right here. I kind of like this one. I like the ultra red from the back, but the front still has to grow on me. But yeah, these are the 19-inch wheels. This one is black interior also. But yeah, the ultra red, the front is growing onto me. But yeah, this one might be diamond black or the stealth gray. Man, my eyes are just not what they used to be. So, ooh, what is this? A K4 Kia? Interesting. Okay. Well, anyway, Abby dropped me off in the Cybertruck. We're gonna have dinner, but yeah, this is the first time I'm gonna actually get to drive it. I've been inside it. I've played around with it at the North Hollywood Tesla months ago. If you haven't checked out that video, do check it out. But yeah, Quicksilver. Let's go inside. Hopefully the profiles get downloaded. I was told that sometimes it's a little bit buggy on demo vehicles, but let's go check it out. All right, it may not be a good sign because it's wanting the card, as you can see right there. Looks like, oh, it's here now. That's where you need to put it. It used to be here where the cup holders are. So already right off the bat is something different. All right. Delivery status. Interesting. All right, let's go check out some stats here. All right, we have a long range dual motor, 1,860 miles, VIN 399573, and we have FSD 13.2.9, V12 software, 2025.26.4. I think that's similar to what my Model Y and the Cybertruck is on. This should have the Grok update as well, but bummer. I thought it's gonna have my profile. Let's go and check out how we're gonna put my settings in here. Okay, so we're gonna go to driver profiles, and I usually just type me on here, create local profile. Rivian, if you're paying attention, we need to add that create local profile option. So we're gonna go ahead and check out the, you know what, let me move my seats first, actually. All right, so I got my stuff set up, and already the ventilated seats are wonderful. So it looks like there is a bunch of alerts. Let's go check these out. So right now we have a delivery status notification. I'm probably gonna ask them about that before I leave. Cannot shift gears, vehicle speed too high. Oh, who messed with this earlier? What the heck? They were trying to shift gears and they were going too fast. Interesting. Okay, so we got standard, we got deceleration standard, Traction control, I think that's a similar thing to, no, traction control has always been there. Steering weight is standard. You know, the other important thing, let's go to auto on the thing there. The other important thing is my ambient lighting. I want that thing on all the time. And let's go red. Yes, red. Ambient lighting. You know, I don't mind this black interior. I usually like to get the white or the cream when it comes to Tesla vehicles, but this black interior is not too bad. Check it out. Look at the seats. Seats are pretty comfy. Feels a little, I don't know. Still trying to absorb things. Okay, so let's check these numbers out real quick. 1,860 miles. 583 kilowatt hours of energy used, 313.4 watt hour per mile. So whoever's been driving this has been very heavy footed, because my Model Y Performance, I get about 279 watt hour per mile. But I know a few people with long range Model Ys, and they're floating around the low 300s. So maybe that's, I don't know, maybe I'm just in a lot of traffic. Trip A lasts 1,300 miles. We're looking at 420.7 kilowatt hours and 322 watt hour per mile. So we're gonna reset that one and then start recording the trip data and all that. Okay, let's go and drive it up and let them know why is this delivery status thing still displaying. Very first impressions. It is freaking quiet. The cabin, wow. And the resistance on the steering wheel is a little too much. I may switch. It's on standard, so I may soften it a little bit or whatever the adjustment is. But it just feels a little too tight. But we are going to head on out. That delivery status, I guess, is normal. They've been getting it on a lot of their cars lately until it takes someone takes delivery of it. Oh gosh, look what I did. Look what I just did. I'm so used to the turn signals here that I high beamed. I forgot this thing has the stalk, and this thing only has left and right turn signals on that stalk. Whereas my old Model Y also has the wiper controls are also here, but this is just straight left and right turn signals. Everything else is on the screen or on the steering wheel. Let me turn off the navigation voice and all that. Okay, I also noticed that the turn signal stalk, if you have a previous Model 3 or Model Y, when you push down to engage the turn signals, there's like a you feel it as you tap down. I don't know how to explain it, but you don't feel that anymore. You be careful, don't push it down or push it up to toggle the turn signals. Don't push it all the way, waiting to feel that, like that extra level, because it's not there. So maybe when I get home and I get my other Model Y, we can compare. But that's something that I have to point out because it was weird to me. But we're gonna be driving. We're gonna be going to dinner. I wish there was still sun so I could see the improvements that people are saying about the glass roof. It's supposed to be better. It's supposed to reject heat a lot better. But it's already nighttime, so we'll wait until tomorrow when we take it out for a drive. But I tell you, this thing is quiet. The cabin is no joke. As far as suspension, it still feels it's not as soft as like Model X feeling, or it's not as soft as the Lucid Air. Like I could feel, oh look at that, the wipers just kicked on and there's no rain. within spec. Yeah, suspension feels obviously better than my performance because it's a stiff suspension over there, but this one I thought it would be a lot softer, to be honest with you. But again, I've only been driving it for less than 5 minutes. There is a little bit of a rattle that I'm noticing. I can't seem to pinpoint it, or there might just be a loose trim piece or something. I'm not sure. You know, I do have FSD on here, so why don't we enable it? So this is hardware 4, and similar to the Cybertruck, they both have front cameras, but at this time it is not being used to do FSD. It is mainly used for parking so that you don't hit any objects as you're moving forward. But I do welcome that because my Rivian has had front cameras ever since the Gen 1. So that's great that they have it. But so far, I mean, FSD's been smooth. I mean, it's just a straightaway. This is an easy left turn because we have a left turn, green left turn. So, all right. So yeah, but this is all Tesla Vision now, hardware 4. I can't get over how really quiet the cabin is compared to my Model Y 2022. So that's pretty impressive. Suspension, oh, there goes the wipers again. Suspension, I really thought it would be softer, but we are here. I used FSD to take us to Lazy Dog. We're gonna have dinner here. One thing here is the traffic line, or the parking lines, are diagonal. Well, no, not those ones, but let's see, because from experience, oh, it just hit the brake. What's going on? And there's no car around. Are you trying to find a place to park? Because it could park on these ones, because these are like, is it perpendicular? Is that what it's called? But if these lines are slanted, it doesn't know how to auto park on these. So let's see where it's gonna take us. Wonder where Abby parked. Oh, she parked over there. Where are you going? Oh, it's hitting that blue thing. It stopped. It doesn't want to park. Okay, we'll park where the Cybertruck is. Swipe up. Park next to the Cybertruck. Oh, we gotta go the other way. Ooh, there's another one right there. Let's go park. Yeah. I'm liking the driving experience so far. It's really smooth and very, very quiet. I can't get over it. It's amazing. I like it. Nope, can't park next to it. So we'll park, I guess, in front of it. Oh wait, can we park next to it? Yeah. Parking lines are slanted, so there is no like auto park feature on these. Like the P doesn't display for auto park because the lines are slanted. If these were the other ones, then yeah. But check it out. Boom. Front camera. Love it. Okay, so we have FSD engaged, and it is also using the matrix headlights, the adaptive headlights. It's enabled. I don't know if you could see from that sign, it's lighting up partial. If you I don't know if it sees it, but just look at the road signs. It's like high beaming it or something, but it's not high beaming the cars in front of it. Some of the freeway signs are like brighter on the right side and dimmer on the left side. I don't know if you're seeing that, but it's pretty interesting. This is similar to what my Rivian R1S 2nd gen does. And my Model Y actually has the matrix headlights as well. It does do it, but it looks like it's more prominent on this Model Y than in my 2022 Model Y. But just look at the freeway signs; they're lit up, but the car in front of me is not getting like high beamed or anything. So hopefully the video is showing that as an example of the matrix headlights. Oh, look at here on the side. Can you see it? It's lighting up the side of the freeway, but not like high beaming the car in front of me. So pretty cool. If you don't have matrix headlights, that's what it does. Maybe this one here, the sign on the bridge, is brighter than the truck in front. So hopefully you guys can check out that demo on the matrix lights. Pretty cool. Okay, so it's the following morning. Let's do a quick peek at the trip data. Since picking it up, we have driven 54.4 miles, 11.4 kilowatt hours of energy used, 209.1 watt hour per mile. That efficiency is pretty good. If my brain is calculating properly, that's like 5 miles per kilowatt hour, or just below 5 miles per kilowatt hour. It's really good. As far as acceleration compared to the performance, it's no performance, but it's there. So I don't know how much I will miss the performance, but if I were to drive to work, I hardly use the performance part because we're always stuck in traffic. So I think if you had to look between performance and long range all-wheel drive, if you drive a lot on the canyons, you know, you're probably going to miss it because the performance will have a different suspension, but you could always get aftermarket. It does sit lower by an inch. Now, I'm not saying that these are what's going to be in the Juniper performance. I'm just comparing my performance compared to this. So, but everything can be done through aftermarket. You just won't be able to get that same, like, I guess, performance on the performance. You can purchase the boost, the acceleration boost, but I don't think it's gonna be the same as far as performance. I'm trying to think. I don't think it's the same. So yeah, I mean, the performance version of Juniper is still yet to come. We don't know what's gonna come out. But yeah, and then this, I do feel a difference that it isn't as hot or warm. I think it does a better job at blocking heat. We'll find out more like maybe towards lunchtime or 2 p.m. But the other thing that may be also helping is the ventilated seats to kind of just regulate the temperature of how I'm feeling inside the cabin. As far as driving is concerned, again, the acceleration getting on the freeway, it's more than enough. So it's been pretty good so far. As far as the suspension, I know yesterday I said that I was hoping it was more softer. You know what it could have been? I just got out of the Cybertruck, which has, I think it has better suspension. It has an air suspension too. So I think it may have affected just what I was expecting in the Model Y. But this morning's travels, it does feel better. And yeah, I like it. I like it so far. We're going to keep driving. I'm going to try to get that efficiency a little bit better. 210 point, now it's 210.4. Is really good though for a Model Y. Very impressed. It is nighttime. We've been driving today. We are supercharging, just like loaner vehicles. This one that I borrowed comes with free supercharging. We arrived here with 24% state of charge. So right now we are charging at a rate of 134 kilowatt in speed, 25%, 26% state of charge. Let's check out the trip data. So far we have driven 120.2 miles, 31.6 kilowatt hours of energy used, 262.8 watt hour per mile. Not bad at all. I'm digging it. So as far as the glass roof, so far in the middle of the day, I do sense a bit of a difference, even though I have a roof shade in my existing Model Y. When it's not on, I can feel the top of my head heating up. This glass roof is a difference. There is an improvement. I can tell. I can easily tell. But the only reason you would want a roof shade now, if you get this, the Juniper, is if you don't want that brightness coming in, because that bright sun still comes in, but it does block a good amount of that heat compared to the previous generation Model Y. So we're gonna have this vehicle for one more day. We're gonna be bringing it to our work commute, and hopefully I can get more experience from it and see how it is driving it to and from work, and then we're gonna drop it off. So far I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Oh boy, we're in trouble, ladies and gentlemen. We are in trouble. if this thing continues to be good. Let's see. All right, we're just checking in. 63% state of charge. We are charging at 86 kilowatts in speed. I want to show something to you all that kind of surprises me. It is 11:30 p.m. Come on, focus, camera. 11:30. Can y'all see that? 11:30. Okay, 11:30 p.m. y'all. Here in this particular supercharger, they are still applying a congestion fee of 50 cents per minute starting at 80% state of charge. Why? There isn't anybody, well, I mean, it's not that it's empty, but there aren't that many people here. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm 6, 7, 8, and there's 20 stalls here. So 8 EVs charging, 20 stalls. There is no congestion. So I don't know what's up. 11:31 p.m. and Tesla's charging a congestion fee. What if I'm on a road trip and I just want to charge more so that I don't have to stop as often? Interesting. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna unplug soon because it's getting late and I'm tired. I just played basketball, so we're gonna pick it up tomorrow. Okay, so we did our work commute in this thing. Let's bring up the trip data. All right, so today we did 142 miles, 33.9 kilowatt hours of energy used, 239 watt hour per mile. I recently did a work commute trip data with the Model Y Performance 20-inch wheels, RVRN MB373s. And I will post up the trip data for that one. Again, the distance is a little bit different and it's not scientifical, just giving you an idea between Model Y Juniper and my 2022 Model Y Performance. So here is my opinion on the experience I've had with this vehicle for 2 days. Man, just like one of you commented, oh no, don't do it. It is because most aspect of this vehicle is an improvement from my 2022. Yeah, Tesla did a really good job with the improvements of this Model Y version compared to the previous generation. Yeah, this was one of those things that I really had to experience before I can give you my opinion on it, because again, I went to North Hollywood to check it out, but never got to test drive it. And then I spent 48 hours inside this vehicle. And I must say the driving experience is better than the Model Y. Now keep in mind, I have a Performance, so the suspension is stiffer. I'm on 20-inch aftermarket wheels, and but yeah, suspension on here is wonderful. Yeah, it's really nice. It's an improvement. I'm trying to remember our 2021 long range. I know they've had improvements, I believe, in the 2023 Model Y versions, and now they even further improved because it's adaptive. It has adaptive suspension. It's not on air suspension, but it is adaptive, so it does somewhat adjust, and it's a lot softer, feels more comfier. I don't have any aftermarket experience with, like, let's say the Mountain Pass Performance or unplugged suspension, but I can definitely say, compared to the Performance, these suspensions feel a lot better. I actually like the interior. I'm not really too fond of the black interior in Tesla, so I rarely pick it. But if I had to choose between white or black, it would be a very hard choice. One of the things that I like is the side. So this is, I think this is Alcantara, and in the white one, this is like that vegan leather. So I like this. I like this. Now also the dash is different from the previous generation. You can see they're stitched here. In the previous one, you can actually remove that. It's like a cap or a cover up top. This is, I think, that vegan leather, same or similar material to the seats. I also like this right here. I think that's Alcantara also, but I really like that. Another feature that I like is the oscillating of the vents. Now it's gonna swing left to right, and I think that helps, especially on hot days. Like right now, it's saying we're like 98 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm going to mention once again what an improvement this glass roof is. Normally, the top of my head is just, I can feel the heat on top. I could tell. It's not even like a subtle difference. I can definitely tell. And the ventilated seats, again, is another helpful addition to this vehicle. What else can I say? The driving is nicer. It's no performance as far as acceleration goes, but it's almost there. Not quite. This is the dual motor long range, and if you're coming from a performance, I don't know. Here's my opinion about that. If I had to do it all over again, I would not get a performance, because my work commute is mostly traffic. I cannot really enjoy that performance part. The only time I get to enjoy the performance on the Model Y is either on like road trips, or like when I go on Tesla runs and we go on the canyons. And that's not often that we do that. So especially with road trips, I don't even take the Model Y anymore, because number one, there's no ventilated seats in my Model Y. And number two, we have a Cybertruck and we have an R1S with air suspension. So I hardly take the Model Y to road trips anymore. So I don't get to enjoy the performance part. The other reason why I picked up the performance is because I never thought I was going to modify it or anything like that. And so like stock, it looks nice because it is 1 inch lower. Yeah, if I had to do it again, I don't think I would miss the performance just because of how and when I use it. And there are aftermarket stuff to make it look different. So what else is there? Oh, let me show you this. So the other thing I noticed is this glove box. It opens a lot nicer than my 2022. I'm not sure if it's like a magnet. Maybe it is. Yeah, right here. It looks like it's a magnet right here. The other one is like a latch, and there's times that thing does not close. I eventually had to wiggle around with it, and I got it to work as expected. But this one is magnet. So is the center console. This is now like a magnet. or there's no like clicking or anything like that. So I like that. This one is a little bit different. This center storage area, this has some texture on it, so that's a little different. The ambient lighting, I do like that. It kind of is a nice feature with the way you can make the synchronization lights to music and all that. That one's pretty cool. I kind of like that. That's a little different. What is that a feature that should make you want to upgrade? No, but I just wanted to mention that one is pretty cool. Okay, so the other thing I like, these 19-inch wheels are actually not bad at all. So these are the ones without the cover, and I parked here next to the white one with the covers. So it's really up to you on which you like. I like them without the covers, and they actually look nice, unlike previously the non-performance wheels, the 18 or the 19s and the 20s. I'm not really liking. I actually don't like the 20s in the Juniper. That's just my personal opinion. I think I like the 19s more because you could see more of the inside. You can see the calipers more. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop the frunk and show you what that looks like. I do like the shape of the frunk more now. It's more squared off, and I do that. The light bar is getting on me, so I kind of like that. There are no fog lights now. So before, what I like about the fog lights is that's how you can tell that you have a long range or performance and not the standard range. But now there are no fog lights at all, simply because these are the headlights, so they sit lower. And yeah, I don't know, maybe they don't need fog lights anymore. But yeah, this is the frunk, and they move the water reservoir. The windshield fluid reservoir is now there. It used to be, I think, up, it's either on that side or on that side, can't remember. This also now has a drain, so you can put ice here and stuff and it'll drain down. I've seen some videos of the draining, and I don't know. And then the tow hook is now on this side, passenger side, instead of the driver's side. So just little things here and there that is different from the previous gen. Let's see how this closes. Oh, this one closes really nicely. Okay, let's take a look at the back. I'm gonna show you one thing I do not like. Now, what's cool with this is it now has this cover. Actually, I think starting 2023, they started having the covers. My 2022 did not have it, but it's kind of, I don't know. If this thing, like, it's kind of not flimsy, but what is the word I'm looking for? Is this hard to maneuver, like putting it in, putting it out? And the other thing too is what's good and bad is there is like a place to set it. Can you stay up? Let's see. Okay, cool. I think it's gonna stay up. So there is this right here, so you can have it, if you're not using it, like have it come across. Now what I don't like about that is it's coming across, and now you don't have a way to store anything here. Like, it gets in the way, in my opinion. But yeah, but at least there's a place for it. So if you're out on a road trip and you need to put it away, then there is storage there. But let's just say you have a fairly big object there and it runs across, then you can't store it. I don't know. Anyway, it's good and bad, but just keep that in mind when you are storing it away. Why is this not flush? Oh, maybe because of the covers. The covers are right there. They didn't install it, so. But yeah, I like it without the covers. The powered rear seats, is a nice thing that I'll probably hardly use, but if you do use it, I guess that's cool. Now, in something in the newer Model Y, is not just in Juniper, is the felt material in the trunk. Mine's actually plastic, so this is cool because it minimizes like cabin noise, or absorbs the cabin noise, so that's pretty cool. Oh, this is a different material. We are sitting in the back. I hardly sit back here, and man, look at this headroom. I'm not tall. I'm like 5'5", but it's a lot of headroom. One thing that's different with the glass roof and interior between last gen and Juniper, this is not coming across like there is like some kind of it comes more forward, this area right here. I don't know if you could see that. So my roof shade will not work here, and it looks like the tint kind of stops right here. I don't know if you could see that. Yeah, can you see the difference? So why did it stop? I want the air. Oh man, I gotta open the door. So I had to open the door because the air stopped, because no one's sitting in the front to control it, and I don't have my phone. What do I think about the rear screen? I guess it's okay. I don't think my kids will use it because they have their own media devices, they have their own cell phones, they have their tablets, so they're hardly going to use that if they ever sit back here. But if your kids don't have any of that, then I guess it's cool. It also will show like trip, like how many miles left to destination and all of that. Both front seats have these pockets, and yeah, as far as the sound system, it's nice. I mean, it just sounds like any Tesla. I like it. The ambient lighting does come back here, right there. Okay, we are back in the front seat. Also, yeah, the Stalk, it doesn't travel as low as, is that how I can describe it? But like, you see how there's no, in the previous generation, Model 3 and Model Y, with the Stalks, if you tap on it, there's actually this, and then you could push it all the way down too. So this one doesn't do that, and it takes some getting used to, but it doesn't take too long. What's hard, and maybe it requires more time, is, so because it has stalks, I tend to press these for right turn and left turn, and so I would high beam people at night, sorry, or turn on the wipers, because my muscle memory thinks these are the turn signals, because the steering wheel it's similar to like the Model X, and kind of like the Cybertruck. I mean, but this is a circle, not a squircle, but like this area right here, it reminds me of the Cybertruck or the Model X, and with these buttons. So muscle memory, I tend to press these buttons right here thinking they are turn signals. And at night, it could be bad because you're gonna high beam somebody in the front. Would I upgrade? I probably would. If I had the opportunity, I probably would upgrade from 2022 Model Y Performance, and I would go down to a long range, just again because of how I use it and stuff. Yeah. Is it a buy? Like, if you've never owned a Model Y, is the Model Y a nice vehicle to get? I believe so. In my opinion, it is. There's a reason why it's the #1 selling vehicle, not just EV, but #1 selling vehicle. And I think it's gonna do well once again. I was a bit skeptic about, how can Tesla improve on something that's already a great thing? And previously, all I thought was, man, I'm only after the ventilated seats. The ventilated seats are nice, but there are other things in this car that are also nice. So yeah, So if you are in the market for one and you need a Tesla referral, please do use mine. You get something, I get something. So thank you if you do use it. But yeah, man, now I gotta return it. I am curious about rear wheel drive long range. There's no difference except it's one less motor and your acceleration and all that because of one less motor. But they don't jip you on the sound system. It's the exact same thing. Everything is there. You just save a few thousand bucks because it's one less motor. And the 0 to 60 times are a lot slower. Well, not a lot slower, but slower, I think by a second. So I am curious about it. Hopefully I can go and try that out one of these days. Otherwise, jumping from performance to here, yes, I can feel the difference, but will I miss it? Probably not. Probably not. But yeah, Tesla, good job on Model Y Juniper. And yeah, it's a really nice car. If you can get a chance to test drive one, man, I would recommend it. Especially if you have like a previous generation one. Should you upgrade from a 2024 to a 2026 or 2023? I don't know. How bad is your depreciation? Oh man, I'm just being real. Yeah, because the depreciation on these bad boys is woof, tough. But yeah, I had a lot of fun trying this out. Grok was cool. This is hardware 4 compared to my hardware 3. My cameras have like a purplish tint to it. At first, it was like a software thing, and supposedly there was a fix for it. It still has a purplish haze or tint, so it doesn't have it on these ones on hardware 4. But yeah, let me know if you've test drove one. Let me know what you think. If you're sharing the same thoughts that I am. Man, I'm kind of bummed that I have to give it back. Oh boy. Yeah, so that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I have a video on the first time I checked out the Model Y Juniper in North Hollywood. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. I also have a test drive on the Model 3 refresh. I guess it's not really called Highland. Someone just made that up and people just started using it, I guess. It's not the official nickname for it, but I did do a demo drive in the Model 3 refresh. So if you haven't seen that video, do check it out as well. But that's it. See you on the next one.